Hey guys, so it's Thursday, which means we are on day 4 of our review, which means we should be pretty much experts on all this by now. So you guys probably don't even need me, but I will give a few pointers. So number 1 says Monica went to a salon to get her hair cut. The cost for the haircut and blow dry was $39. If Monica gave her stylist a 15% tip, what is a reasonable estimate for the total amount she spent at the hair salon? Okay, so since it says estimate, I'm going to go ahead and say that 39 is close to 40. And I see that this problem has a percent in it. If there's a percent, I know I'm going to use my percent proportion. So part over total equals percent over 100. So I know that I'm giving her a 15% tip. So percent over 100. And then the amount that I'm spending, the cost is $40. So that is my total. And then I'm going to give her extra money to tip her for her service. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this. And then think about the keyword tip. Okay, so we are estimating the total amount she spends. So with tip, that is again an additional cost that I am giving her for her service. So I'm giving her extra money. So then I'm going to take and add that tip to the price or the cost of the hair services. All right, number 2 says the dot plot shows the number of questions out of 72 answered correctly on the semester exam in Mr. Sanson's and Mrs. Quee's history class. Which of the following statements best describes the data? Okay, so we know no matter what, we should be finding the range, the median, and the mode for each dot plot, okay? So the range is again the maximum to the minimum. So the number with the largest number with a dot on it is 72 minus the smallest number. Well, we'll say that this is 61, so that's 59. So 72 minus 59 is, let's see, 68, so 13. Okay, the median, you can either cross them off from side to side, or I like to count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So if there's 25, that's an odd number. So I know I'm going to have a dot for my median. So then that leaves 24. So there's 12 on each side of my median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My median, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my median is 67. And that actually happens to be my mode as well, because the mode is the one with the most dots. So then I'm going to leave you guys to analyze the second dot plot, and then we can look at some of the answer choices. So for the answer choices, let's look at some keywords. So the data for both classes is symmetrical. So symmetrical means that if you cut it down the middle, it's like a mirror image. So something like this would be symmetrical. Okay, so I want you to think about it if it's symmetrical or not. The center for Mrs. Sanson or Mr. Sanson's class. So center, remember, is another word for median. Okay. And then the C says the data for Mr. Sanson's class is skewed left versus skewed right. Okay. So I want you to remember skewed left is like the dragon tails to the left, right? So you have a little bit and then a big hump over here, okay? That is skewed to the left, okay? Skewed to the right would mean most of the data is on the left. We have only a little bit on the right, okay? And then maximum is the largest number. Okay. All right, you guys got this. Number 3 says you and 12 friends bought concert tickets. Each ticket costs $42.55. You and 7 of your friends have already paid. The remaining friends are purchasing their tickets tomorrow. How much will be paid for the tickets tomorrow? Okay, so you and 12 friends. So you and 12 friends. Okay, you and 7 friends already paid for your ticket. So you and 7 friends paid. So that means how many the remaining friends are paying tomorrow. They're buying their tickets tomorrow. So you paid, you've already paid. 12 friends are going, 7 have paid. So 12 minus 7 is 5 are paying tomorrow. Okay. Oops. So if 5 are paying tomorrow, it says each, right, is multiply or divide. Each, in this case, multiply, costs $42.55. So how much are paying tomorrow? So 5 people are paying tomorrow, and each ticket is $42.55. Okay, so this one says the triangles below are similar. What is the length of AB? So we are looking for this length right here. And you need to use your colors or your squiggles to do your corresponding sides. So I am looking at, let's see, so this is in the bottom left-hand corner. So I'd kind of have to rotate it. So that means AB is the same as XY. And then, let's see, I don't like the decimal. So I'm going to go with 10 and 4. Okay, so if I set up my proportion, right, because I know that similar shapes requires me to do a proportion. It tells me here that the shapes are similar, okay? So I am going to do, let's see, I'm going to do purple first. So I'm going to do X over 3. And then since I did this shape first, I always have to do that shape first. So I have to do 10 first over 4. So then you simply do your cross product and solve. Now this piece over here, it says, what is the measure of angle XZY? Man, I can't get that right. XZY. So it's asking for this little angle here. And the way you can figure this out is by knowing that similar shapes, there's 2 characteristics of similar shapes. They have proportional sides, which allows us to do the proportion to solve for X. And then they also have congruent angles. So you're going to use that information to fill in the blank. All right, so number 5, it says that Jessica's pet snake is 4 feet long. Which equation can be used to determine H, the length of Jessica's snake in centimeters, if 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters? Okay, so here I see 2 different measurements, right? So that means this is going to be a measurement conversion. I'm going from inches to centimeters. So 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. So I know I'm going to set up a proportion with measurement conversion. It says her snake is 4 feet. Okay. 4 feet. But I need inches. So there's 12 inches in a foot, and I need 4 feet. So 12 times 4 is 48 inches. Okay, so now it can go into my proportion. I didn't have feet, so I couldn't put it in. So I have inches, so I'm going to put 48 inches and X on the bottom. Okay, or H. Sorry, they want H, okay? So we want to solve for height. So let's just go ahead and look. So with my cross product, I would do 1 times h. So h equals, and then the other cross product will be 48 times 2.54. So it's actually not asking us to solve, but it's asking us to do this. And then let's see. Oh, here. I don't see 48, but if you remember, we multiplied 12 times 4, right, to get the 48. And that should help you get your answer. Okay, so number 6. On Thursday, Mrs. Nichols bought a watch for 50% off of the regular price of $150, not including tax. The next day, the watch she bought was marked down to 85% off. How much more money would Mrs. Nichols have saved if she waited until Friday? All right, so how much more is our trigger? How much more means we do what operation? Subtract, okay? So she bought it for 50% off, then it went to 85% off. So how much more would she have saved? So we're going to take the 85%, going to subtract that 50%. So she would have saved 35% more. Okay, so we need to find what that extra 35% is of our $150. And it is asking how much money would she have saved. So it's actually asking for that amount. So she would have saved 35% of the original price, right? And it's asking for X. Okie dokie, this one says, what is the quotient? We should all know quotient by now. If not, it's probably up on the word wall in your classroom. But quotient means to divide. We all know TIVO, right? Top in, bottom out, or first in, last out. So you're going to do 42.56 divided by 3.2. Now I see a negative here. Before you even start dividing, remember, multiplying and dividing, you're going to use your tic-tac-toe to find your sign. Then when you have a decimal, you need to move it to make a whole number on the outside. You do the same thing on the inside and raise it to the roof. Now you're ready to start. Don't forget to mark your sign as positive or negative in your grid. Next problem, number 8, says which of the following tables represents a constant rate of change? Okay, constant, if you remember, is K equals Y over X. And the entire table must have a constant for it to have a constant rate of change. So I'm going to go through each of these and find if it's constant. So K equals Y over X. So I'm going to start with 3 over 2. Is that equal to, let's see, 6 over 5? I'm just using these because those are the two without decimals. So let's see, 3 times 2 gets me 6, but 2 times 2 is 4. Not equal. Try the next one. Again, I'm going to do K equals Y over X, and I'm choosing the 2 without decimals. Okay, Y over X, so 3 over 1. Is that equal to Y over X? 6 over 4. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. That doesn't match, all right? So you go ahead and try out C and D. And once you check the numbers without decimals, make sure you check all the rest. Okay, number 9. On a bar graph, you need to make sure that you analyze the graph first. So you should be going through and putting your totals for each. So like this here is 40. Halfway between here is 30. 80. 60. All right, so go ahead and finish it on your own, and then you can move on to the second video.